Hello everyone, and thank you for clicking on the Literacy Volunteers of Harrison County YouTube channel. We're a nonprofit United Way agency, and we provide these videos for you for educational purposes. Today we're going to look at the health benefits of taking ashwagandha. A lot of people are afraid of taking things that they don't recognize the name or they don't know anything about. And I think that I've done some research on ashwagandha, and I've been taking it, and it is pretty good supplement for you to take. So I wanted to go over some of the reasons why that I thought that it would be I've done the research that it would be good for you to take, especially if you have immune issues. And this time of the year, a lot of people do. So it's an herb, and it's important in Ayurveda. It's a medicine, which is a traditional form of alternative medicine based on Indian principles of natural healing. Indian as in India. So people have used ashwagandha for thousands of years, and they use it to relieve stress, increase their energy, and improve concentration. It is Sanskrit, which is their language, one of their languages, for the smell of horse, and that refers to both the herb's scent and its potential ability to increase strength. I did read some reviews where people were kind of put off by the smell of taking it. It doesn't cause any smells within your body, like taking garlic supplements and fish oil, but it does smell a little bad, so you might want to get it mixed with something else if you decide that you want to take it. It's also called, if you see, Indian ginseng or winter cherry. Those are two other names for ashwagandha. It's a plant and small shrub with yellow flowers, and it's native to India and also Southeast Asia. Extracts or powder from the plant's roots are used to treat a variety of conditions, including anxiety and fertility issues. So let's look at how that works. So there are 9 potential health benefits. The first one, the most important one, is to reduce stress and anxiety. Almost everyone experiences stress or anxiety or both together. And this particular herb is classified as an adaptogen. And an adaptogen is a substance that helps the body cope with stress, helps you to adapt to your environment. It's a mediator of stress. It controls these things: heat shock proteins, cortisol, which is the stress hormone that's produced in your body. If you overexercise or you're overstressed, your body will produce cortisol, and cortisol causes your body to hold on to fat. And so you don't want to have a lot of cortisol in your body. And then stress activated, and these are called kinases. And anytime you see a word that has to do with your body that ends in ASE, it's a protein, it's an enzyme. All enzymes are proteins. And that reduces the activity of your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the HPA, right? Your hypothalamus is in your brain, your pituitary gland, and your adrenals sit atop of your kidneys. Adrenaline comes from there, so a lot of stress response here. And so it controls that activity in your body and regulates your stress response, your fight or flight. It may benefit athletic performance, and I looked at some studies in both men and women who took it between about 120 milligrams to 1,250 milligrams a day, and it could enhance your physical performance, including your strength and your oxygen during exercise, your oxygen use. You have something called a VO2 max. That's the maximum volume of oxygen that you use during exercise, and it significantly enhances that maximum oxygen consumption. You're utilizing oxygen better than just getting rid of it. And so the amount of oxygen a person can use during intense exercise and a measurement of the heart and lung fitness. So the better your VO2 max, the more fit your heart and your lungs are. It can also help increase muscle strength. So that if you're lifting weights, your muscles would become stronger and more better able to handle heavier weights. It also could help reduce some symptoms of mental health conditions like depression or cognitive impairment. Cognitive is sort of a fancy term for thinking. So some people will have problems with thinking, especially people with bipolar disorder, and so it can help those people. It can also help to boost your testosterone and increase fertility in men. And testosterone is the male hormone, right, that causes the men, it controls sperm production and some different things. So ashwagandha use in one study was associated with an increase in what's called DHEAS, and that's the hormone involved in producing testosterone. So that increased sperm concentration and semen volume, and also sperm motility in men that had low sperm count. motility is an important thing because, of course, they have to swim to the egg. So we have to have sperm that are motile. Their flagella are working well. It may reduce blood sugar levels, and then there was a study that had there were 24 different studies, but 5 of them clinical, meaning they did them in the hospital, in people with diabetes. And they found that ashwagandha significantly reduced their blood sugar, also hemoglobin A1C, which has to do with cholesterol, insulin, blood lipids, those are fats, how many fats are in your blood, and oxidative stress markers. We've talked about oxidation a little bit, about them putting those extra electrons onto your any of your cells, and you don't want those. You don't want oxidative stress. Certain compounds in ashwagandha called withaferin A, and they just use WA for short, so that's what I'll use from now on. They have powerful anti-diabetic activity, and they're going to stimulate your cells to take in glucose from your bloodstream. That's how, insulin, that's what insulin does. But if you're diabetic and you're not producing enough insulin, that extra sugar remains in your bloodstream. Glucose is sugar, so it helps that to be absorbed into your cells. And they can help to reduce inflammation. Those withaferins, the WAs, target inflammatory pathways, right? Signal molecules, and these are just some fancy names for signal molecules, but it just helps to reduce inflammation in your joints, in your muscles, just in your body. It may improve brain function, including memory. We're back to cognition. And so we have different types here, and I listed them. Number 1 is executive functioning, and for those of you who aren't sure what that means, that's just the process that enables people to be able to focus your attention on things, remember instructions that you've been given, juggle multiple tasks successfully, multitasking. That's executive functioning. Your brain orders things. Attention span, reaction time. That's good, especially for driving or things like that. Performance on cognitive tasks. Also your immediate memory right now, remembering something, or just your general memory altogether. Also how fast you process your information that's given to you. So all of these things are under cognition. WA, antioxidant effects in the brain. It helps those. Remember we talked about we don't want oxidative stress. So we want antioxidants, things that go against that oxidative stress. Number 8, it may improve your sleep by reducing anxiety in people. Sometimes that helps them to be able to better relax, and therefore they can sleep better. And they also will feel more alert when they wake up, which is a benefit of being able to sleep better. And the last one is that it's relatively safe and widely available. They've done a lot of studies, and they say that it doesn't cause any adverse side effects. The only thing to do is if you are pregnant, you need to avoid it. And you also have to avoid it if you're taking benzodiazepines, anticonvulsants, or barbiturates. And you would know if you were taking those. The effects are not immediate. That's the important thing to remember. Don't take one and think you're going to feel better. You have to take them maybe over several months in order to see these results. But overall, it's beneficial. So if you need help in immune, cognition, stress relief, anxiety, any of those things, that ashwagandha would probably be something that you could check into and do your own research and take. And we thank you for watching this video, and please give it a thumbs up.